A frosty night in April 1912, an iceberg, and the ship deemed unsinkable. As the ship's final hours unfolded, it wasn't just the cold Atlantic that decided who lived and who perished. It was the invisible hand of social hierarchy. As the Titanic struck the iceberg and chaos ensued, lifeboats became the vessels of salvation. However, how these lifeboats were filled has sparked a century-long conversation about class inequality. The statistics are stark. Approximately 62% of first-class passengers survived, compared to just 25% of those in third class. This disparity highlights a grim reality of the era, a world where one's social standing could dictate their very survival. The Titanic, at its core, was a microcosm of Edwardian society, reflecting a world sharply divided by class. The ship's lavish design catered to the affluent, with first-class passengers enjoying opulent amenities. These passengers included some of the wealthiest and most influential individuals of the time. For them, the Titanic was not just a mode of transport, but a floating palace of excess and elegance. Yet below deck, the story was markedly different. Third-class passengers, many of whom were immigrants seeking a new life in America, found themselves in cramped quarters. Their journey was less about luxury and more about hope. Hope for a better future across the Atlantic. Yet as the ship began its descent into the icy abyss, this hope was cruelly dashed by the stark realities of class discrimination. The design and protocol of the Titanic itself were complicit in this disparity. Lifeboat drills were never adequately conducted, and the belief in the ship's unsinkability led to complacency in safety measures. When it came time to board the lifeboats, there was no clear system or protocol in place. The chaos that ensued favored those in proximity to the boat deck, primarily first-class passengers. Eyewitness accounts from that fateful night reveal the unfolding of a silent yet palpable class war. One tale recounts a third-class passenger fighting his way to the deck, only to be turned away by crew members. For many third-class passengers, barriers both literal and figurative stood in their way. They struggled to navigate the labyrinthine interior of the ship in search of salvation. The lifeboat situation itself was a reflection of the era's class divisions. Despite having 20 lifeboats capable of carrying 1,178 people, more than enough to save those on board, many boats were launched half-empty. First-class passengers were given priority, often assured of their safety, while those in lower classes were left to fend for themselves. In the ensuing panic, the notion of women and children first was applied unevenly, often skewed in favor of those who could afford a ticket to the upper decks. The aftermath of this tragedy only served to reinforce the inequities. Inquiries into the sinking revealed the glaring inadequacies of maritime safety regulations, yet few changes were made to address the systemic issues of class disparity. The stories of heroism and sacrifice from those aboard are often overshadowed by the grim reality that wealth and status were, once again, arbiters of life and death. As the Titanic sank, the world was left to grapple with uncomfortable truths about social inequality. This chapter in history forces us to reflect on how class distinctions are more than just social constructs. They can be matters of life and death. The Titanic disaster remains a poignant reminder that even in moments of shared catastrophe, humanity's divisions persist, shaping outcomes in ways that are both visible and unseen. This narrative of class and survival has been immortalized in countless retellings, none more famous than James Cameron's 1997 film, Titanic. The movie brought to life the personal stories of those aboard, intertwining fact and fiction to capture the emotional weight of the disaster. Among its many debated moments is the ending, where Jack Dawson, a fictional third-class passenger, sacrifices himself for his beloved Rose, a first-class passenger. This cinematic choice has sparked endless debates and discussions, highlighting the ongoing fascination with class dynamics aboard the ill-fated ship. The film's depiction of Jack's death stands as a powerful symbol of the class divide. It leaves audiences questioning what might have been had different choices been made. The story of the Titanic continues to resonate, reminding us of the enduring impact of social inequality. As we delve deeper into this tale, we uncover the layers of history that reveal not just a disaster at sea, but a reflection of society itself. Amidst the chaos of the Titanic's final hours, individual stories of survival and loss paint a vivid picture of the era's social stratification. Consider the Astors, one of America's wealthiest families. John Jacob Astor IV, a prominent figure of the Gilded Age, was traveling with his young pregnant wife, Madeline. As the iceberg's jarring collision disrupted the night, the couple's social standing almost assured their place in a lifeboat. Madeline survived, but John did not. His death, while tragic, underscores the complexity of the event, where even immense wealth could not guarantee safety. In contrast, the experiences of third-class passengers like the Sage family illuminate a different reality. The entire family perished, a fate shared by many in the lower decks who faced both physical barriers and societal neglect. These stories highlight a poignant truth. The dream of social mobility was often just that, a dream easily extinguished by the rigid structures in place. Among the crew, the story was equally harrowing. The Titanic employed a large staff to cater to the needs of its affluent passengers. As disaster struck, these crew members faced their own battles for survival. Many, adhering to a sense of duty, worked tirelessly to load lifeboats, ensuring the safety of those they served. Others, like the ill-fated band who famously played on as the ship sank, displayed extraordinary bravery. Their music provided a haunting soundtrack to the unfolding tragedy. As the lifeboats rowed away from the sinking behemoth, the full horror of the situation became apparent. The bitter cold of the North Atlantic was unforgiving, and many who had initially escaped the ship succumbed to hypothermia. Stories from survivors recount the eerie silence that followed the ship's descent, a chilling reminder of the lives lost and the societal failings that contributed to the tragedy. The official inquiries that followed the disaster in both Britain and the United States sought to uncover the failures that led to such a profound loss of life. These investigations revealed glaring oversights in maritime safety, including insufficient lifeboats and inadequate emergency protocols. Yet, despite the attention these inquiries garnered, much of the focus remained on technical failings, rather than addressing the broader issues of class inequity. As the world reacted to the Titanic's sinking, public discourse began to shift. The disaster highlighted the need for reform, not just in maritime practices, but in societal attitudes toward class and privilege. The sinking of the Titanic became a catalyst for change, prompting revisions to international maritime law. This included the requirement for sufficient lifeboats for all passengers, regardless of class. However, the deeper issues of social inequality persisted, often relegated to the background. These issues were overshadowed by more immediate safety concerns. The cultural impact of the Titanic disaster extended far beyond the immediate aftermath. It became a symbol of the fragility of human endeavor. The story was retold through literature, film, and art. Each retelling brings a reflection on the societal norms of the time. These retellings highlight the enduring disparities that continue to shape human narratives. One notable retelling is Walter Lord's seminal book, A Night to Remember. This book provided a meticulously researched account of the sinking. Lord's work, along with its film adaptation, brought renewed attention to the human stories. These stories emphasize the role of class in the tragedy. His narrative helped cement the Titanic's place in cultural memory. It reminded us of the complex interplay between human ambition and societal constraints. The legacy of the Titanic is not just a tale of a ship's demise. It is a reflection on the broader social dynamics that dictated the fate of its passengers. As the years passed, many survivors carried their experiences with them. These experiences shaped their lives in ways that echoed the night of the sinking. For some, the trauma of survival led to a lifetime of reflection. This reflection was on the arbitrary nature of class-based survival. For others, it reinforced the need for the societal change. This call for change resonated through subsequent generations. As we continue to explore the Titanic story, we delve deeper into human experience. This narrative is more than a historical account. It is a lens through which we examine themes of humanity, privilege, and survival. The Titanic serves as a powerful reminder of the ongoing struggle for equality. Its story continues to offer insights into the human condition and societal structures. One enduring aspect of the Titanic narrative is its exploration through media and scholarship. Each examination looks at the intersection of class, fate, and the human spirit. The Titanic disaster was a watershed moment, not only for maritime history, but also for its role in triggering a transformation in public consciousness about social justice and equality. The sheer scale of the tragedy, coupled with the stark inequalities it exposed, forced a global reckoning. This was not just a tale of technical failure, but a potent reminder of how deeply ingrained societal biases could determine life and death. In the wake of the Titanic's sinking, the International Convention for the Safety of Life at Sea, SOLAS, was established in 1914, setting new standards for maritime safety. This included the mandate for lifeboats to accommodate all passengers, improvements in ship design, and enhanced communication protocols. These changes aim to prevent a repeat of the disaster, highlighting how the lessons of the Titanic transcended its immediate context to influence future generations. Despite these regulatory advancements, the Titanic remains an enduring symbol of class disparity. Its story has inspired countless artists, historians, and filmmakers to explore the nuances of human behavior under duress. The 1997 film Titanic by James Cameron, while a fictionalized account, captured the imagination of millions worldwide, reigniting interest in the personal stories of those who lived through the calamity. The film's focus on the romantic yet tragic tale of Jack and Rose brought to light the personal struggles against a backdrop of societal constraints, serving as a poignant critique of class divisions. In the decades following the disaster, numerous expeditions have sought to uncover the physical remnants of the Titanic. The discovery of the wreck in 1985 by Dr. Robert Ballard and his team marked a pivotal moment in maritime archaeology. The images of the ship lying in silent repose on the ocean floor provided tangible connections to the past, allowing historians and the public alike to engage with the tragedy on a more personal level. These underwater explorations have revealed new artifacts and insights, painting a more detailed picture of life aboard the Titanic and the final moments of its demise. The Titanic story also underscores the resilience and resourcefulness of those who survived. Many survivors went on to lead lives marked by a profound awareness of the arbitrary nature of their survival. Some became vocal advocates for change, using their experiences to highlight the need for societal reform. Their testimonies, recorded in interviews and memoirs, serve as powerful reminders of both individual and collective resilience in the face of adversity. As the Titanic narrative continues to evolve, it has also become a platform for examining broader social issues. The ship's story is often invoked in discussions about inequality, serving as a historical touchstone. It prompts reflection on how far society has come and how far it still needs to go. The Titanic invites us to question the structures that govern our lives. It urges us to consider the ways in which these systems can be reshaped to ensure a more equitable future. The Titanic remains a captivating subject, not just for its historical significance, but for its ability to illuminate the complexities of human life. Its legacy is a testament to the enduring human spirit, the capacity for reflection and change. It highlights the ongoing quest for justice and equality. In each retelling, the Titanic challenges us to confront uncomfortable truths about our past. It inspires hope for a more inclusive and compassionate future. Through its haunting tale of ambition, tragedy, and survival, the Titanic continues to teach us valuable lessons. These lessons are about the fragility of life and the enduring impact of social divisions. It is a story that transcends time, reminding us of the profound interconnectedness of humanity. The Titanic's legacy endures, echoing through history as a powerful reminder of the human capacity for resilience and change.